Pressure's on. DOT Director Peter Alviti gets a real workout in trying to defend his department's role in the Washington Bridge debacle.
And that was at the hands of the lawyer hired by the legislature to run tonight's oversight hearing with pointed questions on who knew what when before the emergency. NBC 10's Gabrielle Caracciolo picks up our coverage live at the State House, where they're just about to come back from a break. Gabrielle.
Jean Patrice, this has been a tense, heated hearing. Several East Bay lawmakers in the last few minutes have used a portion of their time for questions to express their frustration and disappointment in some of the testimony from RIDOT Director Peter Alviti on the Washington Bridge failure. And before that, he faced about 3 hours of tough questions from former U.S. Attorney Zachary Cunha. Alviti getting defensive and raising his voice, insisting the blame lies with contractors and not at all with RIDOT. He says it's not the job of state officials to, quote, second guess the companies that inspected the Washington Bridge. But also, he didn't know the name of the RIDOT state program manager for bridge inspections, saying he doesn't regularly meet with that person. A key focus of the questioning today was the leaked report commissioned by the state into what went wrong. It reveals that broken rods that prompted the bridge closure were corroding for years and likely broken long before anyone realized.
It's not the case that this bridge, given the discussion that we've had about the critical nature of the tie-down rods, was in a critically unsafe condition for at least 6 months and possibly more than a year prior to its closure.
That is an assumption, and I'm not going to speculate on an assumption. All I know is what the report says, and the report says what it says.
The report says what it says. We're in agreement that the fracture of the tie-down rods was critical, as I think we talked about at the beginning of this proceeding. And you don't believe that if those rods fractured a year or 6 months prior to the closure of the bridge, that the bridge was in a critically unsafe condition during that period?
It could have been.
Now, the hearing is in a break. It should be coming back shortly, where more lawmakers are going to have time to share their thoughts and ask their questions of Director Alviti. I'm live at the State House. Gabrielle Caracciolo, NBC 10 News.